So again, well, there might be hope after all. Caught a little bit of rush in the car coming back from the range, shooting my AR. And he made a number of comments on a variety of issues, and I want to highlight some of those issues. Katrina Jenner, or Bruce Jenner, and there was a gentleman that was highlighted on Breitbart, and his name is Walter Heyer, Heyer, I believe. And Walter is a 73-year-old transgender that regrets having done what he did to his body many years ago. He actually tried to go back. Well, he did go back. He was a man. He became a woman. But he really didn't become a woman, because a man can't become a woman. He became an it. And then he tried to go back, but it was sort of too late because he had removed his male organ. But he still went back as a man, and I believe he's been married for 18 years to a woman. Now, what he talks about is regretting having done so. And he said that transgenders, what they do is they go through a little bit of gain for a lot of pain, a lifetime of pain. And they really don't gain anything, because they've got a mental issue that needed to have been dealt with, not the physical aspect of having breasts like gender. He talks about the high rate of suicide. And when I said there might be hope, well, I'm referring to one in particular. They have a 20 times greater chance of committing suicide than the normal person. And 0.04% of Americans are transgenders. 0.04. Yet you'd think that 90% of them are transgenders, since that's all we ever hear about is the transgenders. How insane is all of this? The reality of it is that people that go through that kind of procedure, as he states, usually regret having done so. But you can't reverse it once the male appendage is removed and they attempt to create a vagina. And I say attempt. Now, when I had made the comment, there is hope. Well, if it's true, and they have a 20 times greater chance of suicide, it's possible that the chosen one might find himself a widower. I believe that there is no Michelle Obama. I believe that Michael is a transgender. And if transgenders, again, have a higher rate of suicide by 20 times the average, there's a good chance that he'll off himself. I don't wish that on anyone. But the message that Walter Heyer tries to relay is get some professional counseling. People should love people who they are without having to be augmented. And again, the high that they might receive from being augmented is set aside. And there's no turning back. Walter also believes that Katrina, whatever her name is, its name, will regret his decision once he's no longer in the limelight. We'll see. Personally, I think you have to be mentally ill to do something like that to yourself, and that's the general consensus. These people are mentally ill. Hey, Rush also talked about an award being given to gender. some bravery reward, which is totally asinine. I mean, it's actually idiotic. He mentioned, he meaning the golden microphone leader, said that folks that received that reward, one lost both legs as a Marine or as a combat veteran. Another one wanted to play college basketball before she died of cancer. And then they give it to some mentally deranged person that just is sick. Caught a little bit of KFYI, Mike Broomhead show. I actually called in because he said he was going to talk about she. And I called in and a female answered. And I said, you should be insulted. You're a she. Gender's not a she. Gender's an it. Gender's a man with breasts. That's an it. It's also known as a freak. He could go into a sideshow if he wanted to. And once he gets his penis removed, if he gets his penis removed, there's no going back. You can lop off those phony tits, but you can't regrow or reattach the organ once it's been removed for a period of time. The whole thing is sick. Rush also made reference to it being a left-wing political issue, and it is. You know, for the last, 15, 20 years, the homosexuality thing was on the scene. It really accelerated when the chosen one, who's also homosexual, got into the Oval Office. And now they're pushing transgenders. Transgender issues are where homosexual issues were 8 years ago. The whole thing is sick. That's sort of what I think. So what do you think?